I'm playing a game. Yep, it's working. Playing a game called Echo Junior. So I've just been playing through on my own time the first few Echo games. I don't know if that little pixelation thing is intended or not. Well, hopefully the game runs fine. Yeah, so on my own time I played through Echo 1 and Echo 2. Echo 2 is also known as Echo the Tides of Time. And yeah, I really enjoyed them despite their at times atrocious difficulty. This is the third game in the series, Echo Junior. It's tuned a lot easier, and it's actually intended for children to play with their parents directly, and the manual makes that very clear, is that there's a kids section and there's an adult section. The kids section has like coloring in pages and very simple language, and then there's a bit after it. It's like, now parents, when you're playing this with your kids, you have to guide them through the experience in these certain ways. Hi Gibbon, what's up? So there's a little bit of backstory on this attract mode screen and some demos. You might have seen there's 3 playable characters. We'll get to that later. But yeah, I don't really know what to expect from this game except that it's easier and it's for kids. Should we get started? And I will show you one thing. So this is the title screen. If you're on the title screen, you can press the 3 ABC buttons at once to access parents, options, secrets. So I think we'll go for normal. So exploratory is, actually I don't know what exploratory is. But normal is just you play through the challenges and the levels. We don't need auto sonar, we can do that ourselves. I'll put it on easy, because that just means you do less levels and then maybe we can see the ending during the stream. If it's not enough, I can always switch it to normal later and then get a password for one of the levels. Oh, you don't even need passwords if you go to parents menu. Cool. First, let's have a quick look at facts about dolphins. So there were some facts about dolphins printed in the manuals of the previous games, and the manual for this game is pretty good as well. It's done by the same Carol Henshaw and her husband. I don't remember the name of that guy, but yeah, they put the dolphin facts in the game this time to make it part of the parent-child experience, I guess. So there's one, you know, dolphins, how do they breathe, blah blah blah. I won't go through all this because we're here for gameplay, but obviously these games and the creators of them seem to be very pro-dolphin without going into some of dolphins' more aggressive behaviors. I was just looking up about how dolphins can be violent to each other, and I saw a sort of article about how people like to claim that dolphins are rapists, but that's kind of overblown, and it's behavior that's observed in a lot of animals. It still would be considered unacceptable in humans, but yeah, apparently they're not any worse than other creatures. Anyway, you're not going to find any of that stuff in this game. Dolphins absolutely do not have ESP. What is this? Why is this here? Yeah, they're exactly as intelligent and communicative as they need to be for how they've evolved to live in the ocean. That kind of ties into some things from the first 2 games about time travel. That's so weird. Do people think that dolphins have ESP? Anyway. There's interesting stuff in Tides of Time where you go to the future and what am I doing? Start game. You go to the future and there's evolved dolphins who, well, they don't really talk about how they've related to humans, but they're advanced and they've built skybound waterways. Anyway, there's 3 playable characters in this game. This is Echo. As a young dolphin. This is set before the other Echo games. And this is his friend Kitney, who the manual cannot seem to decide on whether he's an Atlantic dolphin or a bottlenose dolphin, because the story says bottlenose, but later on it says Atlantic, and explains that Atlantic dolphins are darker and spotted, and so I think he's supposed to be Atlantic, and Echo's probably a bottlenose. Government cover up that dolphins don't have psychic time powers, but they kind of do in this game. Well, they have powers in the other games. Hello, Tony. Tony's at the moment role-playing as the Ocean Prince from Puyo Puyo Tetris. So I was responding to him earlier in kind as Echo. The third playable character is Tara, who is a orca / killer whale. So they each have different skills, I think, that come into play during the adventure, possibly, or maybe you just pick the one you want. I will also, let's start as Kitney. What's left and right? I guess either one works. The previous games had this menu screen where if you swim off to one side it's password, swim off to the other side it's start game, and then Tides of Time was even more complicated. Yeah, I encourage you to do sit down with the series given, as you say, because it's actually really interesting. How do I start? Okay. Actually, I should have read that more closely, but anyway. Interesting. Okay, so I did remap the controls slightly. The controls are simpler than previous games, which were like swim, dash, and sonar. In here you only have sort of swim and sonar. There's no dash move, you don't need it. There's not as much combat, I think. And the sonar does work differently. You do use it to interact with objects in your environment, but it also functions as like a guide. You could have use a map in the previous games, but that doesn't work here. Instead, it reflects back and shows you if you're moving in the right direction for one of your objectives. Let's see if it's still... Hello? Hello? I can't talk. Sonar, you should be able to talk to other dolphins and other creatures with the sonar, but I guess you can't in this game. Yeah. Given played the first game, rented with no manual. Yeah, that would make it tricky. I recommend checking out the manual. It's had a lot of work put into it, and it's pretty interesting. But yeah, I would say that in absolutely no circumstances should you play this game without save states. And by this game, I mean Echo 1 and 2. I don't know anything about this game yet. It seems simple enough. I have no health or air meter, so... Ooh. Oh, naughty crabs with stray red pixels. Interesting. Just get past them, I think. Yeah, I'm not going to die in this game. That's the same jellyfish sprite, but they're not hurting me. Yeah, very friendly game, this. Nothing is going to kill you. Make you start an entire level all over again. So, I think that's an improvement over the first two games. They're so hard. You really need to have a way to instantly recover your progress at any time, hence save states. So I'm playing as Kitney. I noticed that name when I heard it because in Echo 2, you know, you meet other dolphins all the time as you play the game. And I think only in 2 cases do they actually say, oh, my name is, and give you a name. One is Trelia, the dolphin from the future. Okay, I found one of the fish I needed to. Good. And the other is Kitney. There's just a level where you have to rescue dolphins and bring them back to their mothers or something. Or maybe it's just they're going to... that you need to find them for some other reason, I don't know. I don't remember. But I remember Kitney, for sure. So it's an example of a reused name. I don't know what... They're just changing shape. I don't think it does anything, but it's just kind of you play with them. This is a play-oriented game. It's not challenging in that way. Smash, and it formed little crystals. That's unusual. That has never happened in any other game. Yes? Okay. That must be a progress screen. Sing out all the crystals with your sonar until none are left. I can do that. Now, Tony's asking about the story of this game. Because other Echo games have insane stories involving time travel, aliens, trippy stuff, mysterious organisms. It's all very mysterious and intriguing, and I really dig it. In this case, the story is Echo is a baby dolphin who loves to play. He's heard about this guy called Big Blue, who is the king of the ocean. Him and his friends want to go see Big Blue, so that's what you have to do, go find Big Blue. So yeah, none of that, how did you put it? Insane story, no. These aren't respawning, are they? How come I can't break some? Oh. Maybe they just need multiple hits, or do I need to do them in a certain order? And yeah, this is made for very young children. The intention was that you'd be playing with an adult. The adult would read the text before the level and then communicate that to the child for what they should be doing. So in this case, I'm the adult, you guys are the children, but I'm also playing, so screw you. There we go. More? Ah, there we go. So now we pass to the crystal door, I think is what they were called. I'm going to switch windows just for a second, because I have the manual opening on the other screen. I recommend checking it out. Yeah, crystal doors. They're called glyphs in the other Echo games, but here they're crystal doors. Oh, hello Mitch. Yes, I will find Big Blue. Thank you for the encouragement. More lost friends, okay. Oh. Gibbon's talking about a cartoon where there was a dolphin and friends who wanted to find Moby Dick. Never heard of it. If you could look that up, that would be interesting. Find out if it came out before, like, 1991. Yeah. I for some reason I thought that this game would be more cartoony than the other Echo games, but it seems similar. The graphics aren't quite as, I don't know, detailed, good, realistic. It's closer than I thought it would be, though. And those jellyfish are definitely directly reused from the other games. Big Blue can't be king of the ocean, says Tony, because I am the prince and he is not my father. How do you know? You haven't met Big Blue yet. Yes, I will find Big Blue if it's the last thing I do. Now, you may not know this, but you actually do meet Big Blue in Echo 1. It's really the first thing that happens in the game. Oop, oop. Yes, I have the Echo 2 jumping maneuver, so this was something that was introduced in Tides of Time. In the first game, if you jumped up onto a rock, you'll just plink off and pop back into the ocean. But they added in Tides of Time the ability to, if you didn't quite make a jump, you could hop to make it. And that was a very convenient feature that actually came into play a lot more heavily in the sort of spaceship-ish levels. As I get closer, you'll notice the pitch of my sonar will increase. Oh no, I'm stuck. I have to go around. This is harder than I thought. Let me know if audio is okay, as usual. I think it's fine. I tried, like, moving it up and down, but actually nothing I do can really change it once it's going. I just couldn't affect it in any way, so that was rather confusing. Yeah, I should be sonaring more. This is why auto sonar was an option. There we go. It actually mentions in the manual that auto sonar can be helpful for very young children or handicapped children. Now, which way am I going? Up, right, this way. Sure, I've been this way before. Tony says this is like one of those Disney sequels that has no tension. Oh, it was hidden. What is that? What even is that? That's bizarre. It's got a little face. It's like a Seaman. That's creeping me out. I don't know what that is. Let's get out of here. Samson and Sally is a Danish-made feature-length film, animated film from 1984. Good pull there, Gibbon. I have heard of that. Okay, a seal. Interesting. I've never interacted with seals in an Echo game before. While I'm thinking of it, let's switch characters. I want to be Tara. Hooray! A young albino male sperm whale named Samson, who strongly believes the legendary tales of Moby Dick. The legends say that Moby Dick was a hero for all whales, and that someday he will return. That's a reused shark. The shark has no interest in attacking me, because this is a friendly kids game. Whereas really, that shark should be ripping my guts out. So seals can sonar? Weird. Seal wants a bowl. So Tara is a very young orca, which explains why she's quite small. There were baby orcas in Echo 2 that you could, oh hang on, I know this. You get close and you sonar it and then you like carry it. What? This isn't working. Hold the button. What am I doing on here? Oh, it floats. Oh, look at this seahorse and the babies. Those fish look too big for what their shape they are. I don't know about that. Do I have to? I don't understand. I need to check the manual. Grab something, touch it with your nose, then press the button. Maybe that only works with the baby turtle, as it says in the manual. Oh yeah, okay, I'll just keep sonaring. That works. Did I finish my thought about the baby orcas in Echo 2? They were much smaller. They were really tiny. Yay, happy seal. Hooray! The controls are quite similar to the other Echo games. It's probably on the same engine. Yeah, that is random. Where did you see this film given? So the other character, Sally, is a sperm whale with vitiligo, so she's black and white. Okay, musical rings. Here's some. Oh no, I saw this on the track mode. This is where they go after you bring them in. There's one. And then it follows behind you. Magic. Gonna make a song by putting some notes together. I'm glad those lobsters don't come and attack you. Here's another one. What is this? It's hidden, so let's reveal it. What on earth is that crazy thing? Can somebody, any marine biologist in the chat, what am I looking at? It scares me. Help me, Ray. There we go. I wonder if I can get multiple rings at once, or if they only appear once I... Whoop! Ah, the shell barrier. When it's flashing, you bump into it, and it leaves. Yeah. I read that. See, in the other two games, you would have had to sort of charge dash those things, but... Ah! Interesting. Yes, I can get multiple. No, I left that one behind. Okay, that's fine. Let's drop it off. I like that the seal is just there. It's like continuity. I have a feeling that this game won't be as far traveling as the other Echo games, where you go all over the world using like teleportation and just long swimming stages. I think this might be a little bit more pastoral, sort of staying around home bay, skipping around. We might go to the Arctic regions though, because if we're gonna find Big Blue, that's where he'll be. Oh, not necessarily actually, because you do, I think, find out in Echo 1 that Big Blue went there when he was getting old and about to die, so he might still be around home bay in this game, since it's a prequel. Let's go back for that seal one. Now, when you jump, if you press the swim button in midair, you do a flip. It's pretty cool and has no purpose except to be cool. It's just adding to, yeah, that feeling of fun. Swimming, jumping, dolphin life. The manual does on occasion refer to Tara as a fellow dolphin. It explains how they're all members of the same cetacean family of dolphins and porpoises, and that killer whales are technically like related to dolphins. So if I call them all dolphins and use the term interchangeably, that's why. Let me through, even though there's empty space above you. What's wrong? I haven't done all of the stuff. I have to sing a song. Dun, 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 dun. Is that a tune? I'm not sure. Possibly a video rental. Yes. Gibbon's talking about the other animated films he's seen as a child. Swordfish. That were like non-Disney versions of the Disney films. So like, you know, Little Mermaid, it's based on a pre-existing story. So any other company, and it's in the public domain. So any other company can and will make a movie based on it to cash in on Little Mermaid's success. Yes. Gibbon's speculating if Tara is an hourglass dolphin who is coloured similar to an orca. No, they do mention in the manual that Tara is an orca killer whale. So she's just young. They're all young in this game. All little babbies. Echo's a similar size to what he is later, but theoretically not fully grown. And not yet like a superpowered star savior, as he becomes later. Man, I really liked playing the Echo games, even if they were brutally difficult at times. Ah, the nasty octopus. I'm just sort of exploring on my own, not using sonar much, but sonar's kind of a crutch for when you need to locate things. In fact, I wish I could have, you know, done that in previous games. I didn't use the map much in Echo 1 and 2 because it took time to load in and it was too small to be useful a lot of the times you wanted to use it. Here we go. Okay, now go to the octopus. I can do that. Probably. It's down here. Uh-huh. So you just sing to activate things. Okay, what was I facilitating here? Okay, so the swordfish made the octopus move the kelp strands out of the way or something. Oh, actually, the non-Disney Little Mermaid predates the Disney version by about 12 years. I didn't know that. Okay, I thought those companies all just made things after Disney did them, but no. Interesting. Tag a friend. I'm it. Well, if I'm it, let's switch to Echo. I'd expect Kitney to be a little smaller than Echo, but no. Kitney's supposed to be even younger. Okay. Rings. Glyphs. Man, these glyphs. They're just everywhere, you know. That makes them a little bit less mysterious, don't you think? It's supposed to help Echo in his quest and stuff. Now they're just sort of doing random stuff. Ah, the wrecked ship. Nice little set piece from previous games. There's a couple of good wrecked ship levels that were added in the Sega CD port of Echo 1, which makes it the definitive version. Oh, sometimes they re-release older movies when a Disney version comes out. That would make sense too. So I'm supposed to find someone to tag, right? Can I tag this shark? No, shark's not playing with me. Again, in previous games, those clams would give you little bubbles to restore your health, but not so. This way. I think I'm looking for another dolphin to pass this on to. Don't know what the rings are for. There we go. Uh-oh! Yeah, take that. Oh no! He was nowhere near me. So that's the sound of a dolphin laughing, apparently. Now I gotta get to the glyph before... Oh! As if! So if that other one is Kitney... it might not necessarily be Kitney. But I wonder who these other ones are. Oh, come on. You were nowhere near there. Okay, okay. Come on, come on, come on. Yes. Nailed it. Oh man, chat. Stop going so fast. Tony says they made a knockoff Rapunzel movie and then did a new cover so that it looked more like Tangled, but then it's actually from the 70s when you watch it. Ooh, treasure. Why are dolphins interested in treasure? Nudge this turtle and it goes into its shell, and you can use that to swim through currents. Probably not going to come up in this game. That's just a little hint for Echo 2 and the extra CD levels from Echo 1, which were added possibly during the production of Echo 2, because they sort of use a few sprites and concepts like that from Echo 2 in Echo 1. Or was it actually made after? Whee. I love how easy it is to get really high in this game. In the previous games, you would have had to dash charge at just the right time as you leave the water. Here we go. So we're returning treasure to a treasure chest? Is that what we're doing? Oh, now I got two. I guess I'll pick them all up. I don't know how Echo is carrying these things. Maybe he already does have ESP and Psychic Mind powers. Okay, let's get through here. I've been through there. Like respawned, I guess. No, one of Toei's old films. So technically it's anime. But we didn't know it at the time. As kids. Didn't know it was from Japan, just like Milo and Otis. Lobster. So a while ago, Gibbon mentioned the music, and I want to bring it up now because this stage has pretty great tune. Whee. Alright, time to sonar. Looking for the last one. Yeah, the music's really funky in this level, particularly, and yeah, it's been pretty good in the game so far. The one thing I looked up before starting was credits, and found out a few things about the development of this game. Most of the original team that did Echo 1 and 2 came back for this, with the exception of the producer and designer, whose name was Laszlo Szentonyai. Ugh, butchered that one. These games were all developed in Hungary by Hungarians, so I might not be good on the names. Ed Annunziata is the main guy behind the Echo games, but yeah, he was helped by this other guy. The other guy was like the project lead or something. Oh, okay, so just sing to all the big clams. Yeah, but that guy wasn't involved in this one anymore. Ah, no Pearl. I see. Gotta find the Pearl. Oh. Okay, so each level is sort of changing up the tile set, which is nice. What's even nicer is it doesn't even look like a tile set. It looks sort of natural. You know, sort of. Okay, so gotta find out which clams have the pearls. I can do that. So I'm always interested in video game music. When I was looking up who did the music of this game, it is actually people who worked on previous Echo soundtracks, but not the main ones. No crab, I don't want you here. Yeah, so there were 3 musicians working on this, and 2 of them had previously done music for the Game Gear / Sega Master System ports, which I also played through while I was playing, you know, the first 2 Echo games. I played their ports. They're quite different. They're substantially different games, and interesting to see how they've adapted them to that 8-bit format. You know, you do lose a lot, but the music is good, even though it's very different in style. It's, you know, chiptune-y, video gamey, kind of fun boppy stuff, whereas the original games on Mega Drive were a bit more sort of new age prog, kind of like more synthesized. Yeah. I don't know how to explain music very well, but yeah, they were, you know, more ambient or more, I don't know, had a lot more instruments, that's for sure. But yeah, both soundtracks have their merits, and I intend to listen more to them. I've put them on my phone for further listening. But yeah, 2 of the Game Gear composers worked on this, which might explain why it's a bit more, you know, like I said, poppy, gamey kind of sound. You know, kind of upbeat. Of course, the third composer, so I should mention who these people are. Gabor Foltan did work on Echo 1 Game Gear and Echo 2 Game Gear. Laszlo Fazekas did Echo 2 Game Gear. And the third guy is Andy Amor, or Armour, I've seen it spelled 2 different ways, who actually came from the Echo 2 main version on Mega Drive. Although, I guess it's debatable which is the main version of Echo 2, because the CD version, it wasn't, it didn't have extra content like the first port did, per se, but it had like a completely Red Book soundtrack. And the guy who did that soundtrack was Spencer Nilsson, who had worked on... Look, this is all really complicated, but I found it kind of interesting. I guess I'm not explaining it very well. I'm trying to be aware of rambling, but yeah. This guy who did the music for Echo 1 then did the CD music for Echo 2, and other people did... Well, lots of people worked on all of the soundtracks, so basically it's really hard to summarize. So am I not done? This is fun. I like having them tagging along with me like this whenever that happens in the games. What is this? Oh my. Whoa, hell. Cool. I'm scared. Let's jump. Yay. Oh, they didn't jump with me. Lamos. Whatever. Come on, let's go. Yes. Okay. This is actually going really quickly. Like, this is pretty easy for me as an adult gamer. So, let's... This is the end of the game, actually, because we just found Big Blue. Oh, and others. There's at least 2 blue whales here. Hello. They don't respond to the sonar. Usually that'd be text for you to read. Okay. I guess we found them. Did we win? Hey, here they are. Hello, friends. I like this, having a little group of cetaceans with me. Having some named characters for Echo to be friends with. See, this could be a good animated series. Let's swim over here. Let's take a quick selfie. Ready, guys? Nope, not like that. I want you lined up. Come on. There we go. Like, no, stop. Ah! The turning is a little different in this game. Oh, I can do that, but... Okay. Okay, lining up. Tara, work with me here. Okay, screenshot. Beautiful. Do I win yet? What's happening? Oh, look at that! Yay! Yay. Yay. That's so nice. Oh no, they're all smashing. Okay, this is the ending sequence. All the Echo games have this. Although in Echo 2 they have a sequence like this and then it's a fake out because then there's like 3 more really hard levels after. Because you find out that you wrecked time and you have to go back to the time machine and destroy it. Spoilers, of course. Oh, this is so good. Okay. That was incredibly easy, so let's switch it up to hard and we'll play some more levels. There's like more than twice the number of levels in hard, so we can keep playing. There's the music and the armor. Yeah. DMP. Cabal Fulton was the first class. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I have been running behind on chat a bit. Yeah, Tony mentions that he would like a modern Echo remake or sequel. And yes, Ed Annunziata tried to kickstart one, but it was, as Given says, it was before Kickstarter really took off. So I think, yeah, Wales. Okay, Tony confirming that Big Blue is not Ocean Prince's father. Good to know. Well, this is a prequel, so, you know, the current Ocean King is not the previous Ocean King. Tony asking if Sega owns the rights. I believe there was talk of putting Echo into Sonic and All-Star Racings. Sonic and All-Star Racing, one of them. One or both of them. This is bad. I want to go back. I don't know if I can go back. I'll reset. I'm going to enter Parents mode and switch to hard. Go to level select. Oop. Come on. See, children don't have big enough hands to hit all 3 buttons at once. Nope, music on. Yeah, normal, hard, go to level. Oh gosh, what was the last one I did? Help me out, folks. Was it music? Was it Fish Reef? Ocean Tag. You know, I read that you would just do them in order. Okay, let's just count them. I'm not sure what I was up to, but starting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, Ocean Tag was the last one I did. Okay, so we'll go to Fish Caves. If what I read is accurate, there are 11 levels in the game, so in easy mode. So that was probably where I was up to. Wait, what? That's not right. We'll do it the other way. Yes, this is password. And as you can see, you have short passwords, not many character options, and the characters are also represented by sea creatures. So in case your young one doesn't read yet. Now, in another tab, I've got some passwords here. So let me just find those. That can't be right. Hang on. Yes. So Ocean Tag is what I did. No, what is this? Sing to the oysters. Find your friends. Yeah. Ocean Tag is a later one than what I did, and it counts the last level in that number I was looking at before. So I've got to walk through. The last one I did was Vents of Pearl and easy. Oh, Tony, calm down about Guardians. Hey Tito, what's up? Anyway, I've found what I'm looking for, and I want to SLR. So shell. Lobster, ray. Oop. Shell, lobster, ray. Okay. Let's go fish, jellyfish, horse, crab, octopus. Treasure caves. There we go. Don't let the dolphins steal your treasure. They're just being playful, apparently. Yeah. As Given said, there was an attempt at doing a Kickstarter. Okay, don't let the dolphin nick your treasure. But it unfortunately failed. The planned project was called Big Blue. Last I heard, he was retooling it with a smaller scale and calling it Little Blue. And he was going to try and continue it in some form that way. But I don't think there's been anything since then. So that's unfortunate. Since I've been playing these games, I really think I would like to see it done in this modern world. Play a new one, give the guy some money. I did buy Echo 1 on the 3DS release, and I've got 2 and Junior actually although I didn't, I guess, buy them secondhand. But no, I got the PSP one. Anyway, there's like Mega Drive collections that you can get. They've released a whole bunch of them over the years. So the one on PS3 and 360, which is either called Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection or the Sega Mega Drive Ultimate Collection or something, depending on your region. That has Echo 1 and 2. So even though I did play on an emulator so that I could have much easier use of save states, I do legitimately own the game. And Echo Junior is included on a PSP Mega Drive collection that I own as well. But fortunately it wasn't on that Ultimate one despite its name. Down here, huh? I've mentioned before that I think Aquaria, an indie game from the sort of early indie game breakout scene kind of thing on PC, is in like the 2000s, possibly 2010s. It was like in the first Humble Bundle, basically. Really is the closest thing we have to a modern version of Echo. It's got magic songs, swimming around in the ocean. The swimming controls feel really good, like the Echo games, but done really well and modern. So if you're into Echo, check out Aquaria. I feel like I've done this level before. Perhaps hard mode does it in a different order. Let me check. Did I put in the wrong password? Maybe hard is just in a different order. Hope I haven't missed anything. Don't want to miss vital content here. But I apologize if I'm repeating content. That's not my intention. Yeah, they're still talking about Puyo Puyo Tetris. Good to see you, Tito, by the way. Different voice actors. There's like voice actor options in Puyo Puyo Tetris. Whatever. Okay, oops, wasn't watching. Okay. The objectives are pretty simple. You just have to, like, the upper left corner always tells you what to do, so... You know, I don't know that the different characters really have different characteristics. I think it's just a personal preference thing, which is fine. You know, this game's just about playing and exploring and having fun without feeling too challenged or burdened. Which, you know, after playing through 4 Echo games essentially, which get rock hard at times, is appreciated. Something breezy. What is this ring for? You fish, come with me. I need you for a secret mission. Under the sea. I think they're reusing level layouts, just with different objectives in them. Yeah, I did promise Andrew that I would play his new game on a stream. I haven't been able to work out the logistics of it yet. So this game was my second choice for this week. Andrew did the music for a game called Soma Spirits, which is available on Steam, but it's only available for Windows, which does not suit me. Oh, why are you running away? I, of course, have a Mac, so I need to work out how to play and stream that game so I can play it. Okay. Whee. I like having multiple playable characters. I think that's a good feature of a game. There's that stupid glyph. It's usually on the right side of the screen, right? Is it somewhere else now? Is my sonar going to lead me to it? Yes, it is. This way. There we go. Now I'm wondering if this is going to take too long. Find the wise dolphin. Okay, that's the exit. So that one called them glyphs. That little tooltip. That might be an inconsistency with the manual. There you are. Lead me. Lead me. Echo 2 had a few of these follow the other character levels. Oh, I have to sing to you when you get to a certain place? Just enjoying the ambience of this music. The soundtrack can still be mellow despite my earlier comments. Okay, good night, Tony. See you later. More of your friends are here. Find them all. Be good fish. Okay, Ocean Prince. I'll be a good citizen of the ocean. So these are my friends now, huh? Then why do they attack me in the other games? Jerks. It's not out of any malicious ill will, it's just the law of the ocean, you know. Creatures gotta watch out for themselves, they gotta get by. I don't hold it against them. Except for those bloody crabs that follow you around. Ugh. Hated them. Jellyfish friends. That's a new one. You transform into a jellyfish in Echo 2. Now Gibbon's asking if there's anything special for completing all the crystals. I don't think there would be. It's kind of the nature of the game is that, you know, it's for the kiddies. If it's up to the parents to turn the difficulty down if they think their kid can't handle it, but they still want their kid to have an ending, right? So somehow I don't see it being any different for getting through all the hard mode levels, but we'll see, won't we? So yeah, as I said before, there's 3 difficulties, but each one just adds more levels. So if you're playing through on hard, you'll do all the easy mode levels, then all the normal mode levels, then all the hard mode levels. I think is how it works, judging by this guide I was reading. Hey! I lost the crab. Why did that happen? Is it because of this crab? What? So don't go that way, go this way instead? What? What's wrong? What's wrong? Okay, I see. I gotta pick it up. Carry it. So I guess, see that red pixel? I mentioned that before, but seriously, that's not good. They should have fixed that. The crab wanted to live in a shell. Yeah. Hence hermit crab, right? Cool. Echo 2 had a difficulty system as well. I guess they recognized that the first game was really hard, and well, that was easy. And there were little shells around me, not glyphs. But it seems like they didn't make the second one any easier. There's 3 difficulties, supposedly, you know, easy, normal, and hard, but really there's only 2. There's easy and hard, and if you pick normal, it'll adjust it on the fly depending on if you're doing well. And I don't know how the game calculates that. Which fish am I looking for exactly? But yeah, if you're doing well, it'll put you into hard mode. And then if you die a lot, I guess it puts you back into easy mode. So there's ways on the level, or the, I don't know, the intro screen, like you start in a little cave before your game starts and you swim through different tunnels to like access the passwords, or I guess I'm herding fish into the caves. Okay, I can do that. It's a little more involved than previous tasks, but I can do that. Sonaring fish is something you have to do in Echo 2 a few times. To feed hungry dolphins. The manual will tell you that dolphins have been known to herd fish into inlets to catch them easier, to make it easier to eat them. So I guess this is a gameplay application of that, which is a pretty cool touch. Come on. There we go. Ta-da! Now, what was I just saying? Yeah, about the difficulty system. Yes, given I too am leery of games that decide whether they decide whether I'm arbitrarily doing well or not. The early Lego games have adaptive difficulty, which I always turn off, which I think just makes you lose more studs when you die if you're doing well, and then if you keep dying you start losing less. But the amount you lose when you're doing well is a lot more than the amount you just lose if there's not adaptive difficulty on, so I just turn it off. It's simpler that way. Oh, wow! Tortoise. Unique sprites for this game, along with the seal. Like it. Yeah, so where did I get up to explaining about this stuff? Oh wow, that's so cute. Oh, it's a little baby turtle. Yay! Oops, I dropped it. No, the shark's gonna eat it. It's okay. There's no real danger in this game. That's a little odd though. This little baby is obviously a turtle, and that is obviously a tortoise. They are very different creatures. Let's not question that. Wait, maybe I just delivered a baby to like the wrong mother. That would be awkward. Moving on. yeah, so there's easy and hard. Easy mode in Echo 2, levels are simpler, like the objectives are less complicated, and also there's a few levels that are in hard mode only. But it's not like you're missing content or anything if you only do easy mode. It's just that the game is not as annoying and frustrating to get through. The extra levels are pretty much just things you've done before but harder, kind of. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. And you can always watch a speedrun or something. They're always in hard mode. But yeah, I guess the one that comes to mind is there's a level where you're retrieving asteroid spheres. And there's a few levels like that where it's a big fetch quest and you have a lot of backtracking through a level. In easy mode, you only need to get like half the spheres, and in hard, you have to get every single one. So if you feel like you're missing the level, just explore it before returning all the spheres. But you would probably appreciate not having to do all the backtracking. So yeah, easy mode is good. Whereas in this one, in easy mode, you only see like half to a third of the game. So yeah, I feel like the levels are jumbled up in not like a linear order, so I have done this one before. Oh well. I'll check later to make sure. Actually, I don't know how I can check. I just won't worry about it. Easy. Oops, just spilled water everywhere. I'm okay. It's mostly on my mouse pad. You're it. Glyphs again, huh? Hey Shark, you're it. Okay, sharks don't want to play. Over here, huh? You're it, Tara. Lol, 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 lol. That was weird. It played the sound effect as if I'd gotten tagged, but I was already in the level completion animation, so I didn't get it. Turtle. See, that's what an adult turtle should look like. Yeah, that's really weird. I think I just caused an abduction of a child in that other level. Not good. Okay, I probably am not missing levels. I think they've inserted extra ones, but maybe I am missing them because I did that password to start in a later one. I'll just have to start hard mode from the beginning again later and see if there's anything in the first few levels. How many are we doing? 5? See, I like that there's different things you do in each level. That's very Echo-like. They always have varied objectives. Especially in number 2, more so. So I feel like this game is easier to control, but I might be making that up. I'm certainly not getting, like, hurt by enemy creatures every 3 seconds. So this game is fun to play, but I don't think it's quite as, you know, rewarding as the other Echo games, or, you know, it doesn't have the crazy sci-fi set pieces or anything. Yeah, I am zooming through this, aren't I? I am an adult. Again, this game seems to be intended for quite young children. But, yeah. I just like that they so successfully made a game about like being underwater, and it's so rare to play as, you know, a fish or a dolphin or something like that. It's really interesting for the whole game as well, you know. There's plenty of games with swimming levels or games where you're like a submarine, but yeah, Echo is almost unique in the gaming sphere in what it portrays. And you add on top of that the like crazy sci-fi story, and it's a really cool series. Unfortunately, this game doesn't seem to add much to the story of, you know, Echo. I think I may have been misled by the cover art for this game, which is in a very different style. They got, for the first two games, the covers are drawn by, I don't remember his name, but he's a famous fantasy author. You probably would have heard of him if I managed to look up his name. But yeah, the Echo Junior's cover art is very different in style. It reminds me almost of the Echo comic that they did in... Why is it coming from? Ah, it was off screen. Lame. Okay, where was that glyph? It's usually on the right side of the screen. Yeah. Yeah, so there was an Echo comic. It ran in the Archie... No, not Archie. It was the Sonic the Hedgehog comic. Was it Archie or was it Fleetway, the British one? I feel like it might have been the British Sonic comic. It was like a mini-series that went in between other Sonic stories or something. I don't really know. It came in 2 parts. They did like a 6-part story, and then I guess left it for a bit and then came back to it later with another 6 parts. And it was then titled The Return of Echo the Dolphin, but it's just a continuation of the same story. Right, so there's rockfish that are hiding in the rocks. I need to find them. Oh, that's where it is. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So lots of sonar use is needed here, I think. So yeah, that comic retells the story of the first game, but embellishes it quite a bit. It's pretty different. Like, Echo goes into space and stuff. I mean, he does go to... actually, what is the machine in Echo 1? The Vortex machine? Is it in orbit around Earth, or is it a wormhole or something? I don't know. He doesn't... Anyway. It's a bit weird, and the asteroids' motivations are a bit different, and yeah. It's an interesting comic, because it's a little bit different to the games. But don't get turned off by the art in the first 2 issues, because the 10 after that have a different artist from the first 2, and the first 2 look really bad, so yeah. Just have to keep reading, get past that bit. Alright. Hiding. Hey! That looks like something from the Jurassic... Is it Jurassic? When you go into the past in Echo 1, there's big fish like that. So what's it doing here? I mean, it's when dinosaurs are around, because you find a pterodactyl or a pteranodon, not sure which, at one point. Let's switch characters again. Getting bored of Echo. Kidney. Yeah, that was a good part of Echo 1. suddenly finding yourself millions of years in the past and every creature in the ocean is completely unfamiliar to you. Although a lot of them have similar functions, or gameplay functions, you know, roles. But yeah, Echo, that's one of the things I love about it. It feels like it's just a really interesting world to explore. I have to go around. What was that? Fish. In the first 2 games, you have to eat fish all the time to keep your health up. But luckily, I don't have to worry about health in this game. There you are. 2 more. Yeah. Good job I didn't leave before finding that. Just looking for a blue one. This way. Okay. There we go. Okay. Gibbon saying those fish are actually still alive. Oh, was that a coelacanth? I've heard about those. They were like, they thought they were extinct, this like millions of year old species, and then a fisherman in like South America pulled one up and was like, these things are still around. Oh yeah, Gibbon knows the story better than me apparently. Yeah, they were thought to be extinct for a long time until some researchers randomly found this fishing village that had been fishing them for years. Happens every once in a while with ancient fish. Gibbon's saying that even this simple kids game seems to have an interesting world. Well, you ought to play the other games because it gets crazy. Is this just the same thing again? I've done this already in the hard mode playthrough, haven't I? Okay, well, maybe I'm not missing anything then. That was cool. I like that maneuver. The side flip thing. Oh no, this is a different level. Yeah. It's just the same objective. Different layout. Excuse me. It's not that I'm bored by this kids game. It's just really warm in here. It cooled down a ton over the last 2 days. Winter seems to have just come out of nowhere, even though it's still autumn. So I rugged up today. We have a rule here in Canberra, which is the city I live in, is that after Anzac Day is when you put your electric blankets on. And it seems like the weather forecast knew about this rule because the temperature dropped like 7 degrees between the 25th and 26th. So yes, all the Australians will know what I'm talking about there. I can't tell if that's supposed to be a riff on some music. I don't know. We're getting there. Not long to go now. I'm enjoying this because one of the things I liked most about Echo was the movement mechanics, just getting around as a dolphin. And this game is just that, but without the danger and the oppressive, like, atmosphere of creatures wanting to get you all the time, combat, environmental hazards that are extremely annoying to deal with, kill you all the time. Sounds like I'm being pretty hard on the first two games, but they are incredibly difficult. Punishing, unforgiving. More or less. Come on. Why are these shells like swimming around like fish? This has got to be the hardest level of this game. Whoa. Okay, one more. Hooray! Yeah. Glyphs. Ah, here we go. Circle of fish. Huh. Sound effects seem quieter in this level. That's odd. Ah, I saw that. Where'd you go? Get back here. I've been critical of the Mega Drive sound chip in the past. From my experience with games like Bubsy, when I tried playing the SNES one and then the Mega Drive one right after. One after another. And man, the Mega Drive one sounds just awful. But Echo games, yeah, now the sound effects are louder. That's weird. Something about that last level. But yeah, the Echo games really use the sound hardware really effectively. And they've single-handedly shown me that the Mega Drive and the Genesis doesn't have to be all like these flat, farty MIDI fonts that just are terrible. It can actually have well-made soundtracks. So if nothing else, I appreciate that. One more this way, wasn't it? Yep. Given you probably don't even know all this stuff I'm talking about with the other games with the Asterite and the Vortex and all the time travel, the Atlanteans. All that stuff. It's all there for you to discover. Probably works better if I don't spoil everything about the game as you reveal each new kind of crazy thing that Echo has to go through to yourself. I mean, I could talk more about it, but yeah, I don't know. The Asterite is like this double helix of magical orbs that is incredibly ancient and intelligent and can give you special powers, but one of its orbs is missing. It's because you removed it in the past and you have to go back and fight it and then retrieve the orb and bring it back to the present. And then you later meet it in the future and it's all shiny, and then it gets destroyed by the Vortex Queen, and you have to retrieve each orb individually or in pairs, I guess, to restore its powers. And once you have restored it to its full, fullness, then it can give you superpowers so that you don't have to breathe air anymore and you're completely invincible. And does it upgrade your sonar? I guess it does, maybe. I think in the story it does, but functionally it's just the same. Because I think you find some Vortex drones when you don't have the Astrite powers and you can still kill them in one hit or 2 hits. I'm looking for seahorses, aren't I? Oh, Tito, levels repeating? I'm not really sure about that. I think maybe some are, but also some have the same layout but a different challenge, or some have the same challenge but a different layout. I guess I haven't been paying close enough attention to really... Aha! Okay, so I'm going to return this seahorse to its family. Yeah, what Gibbon said. I just repeated what he wrote, apparently. Where is the seahorse family? I can't sonar because then I'll drop the thing. Well, obviously it's that way. Should have known that. Okay. Oh, there. Oh, yeah, okay. Good. Out of my way, buddies. How did I get through this before? It's not timing. Maybe it is timing. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah, Gibbon's trying to help me. Sorry. I chat delay and not looking at it enough. It's not too hard anyway. Whee. What is with the red rings? This is a mystery we must solve. Oh, well, I guess they're the objective in this level, but anyway. Why were they in the other levels? And what are these crazy creatures? It's insane. Alright, where is the thing I need to put these things in? Oh, hello, Tara. You want to play? The manual said I could change characters and you'd come back in the same spot. Good, you do. Okay. It doesn't like start you over without the ring. That's what I was worried about. Here they are. The sonars do sound different. Oops. There we go. Whee. Whoa, okay, that's a glitch. Cool. So there are flying dolphins in this game. When you go to the future in Echo 2, there's like future dolphins with huge fins, and they apparently in some way built floating water tubes so they could go through the air. But then they can also fly as well, and when you talk to one at some point it says, oh, we learned how to like intake helium into our bodies so that we floated, and it's like, what? That's how you managed to float? You like sucked in a bunch of helium? Seriously? This is supposed to be sci-fi. It was weird. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And flying dolphins. You can like hitch a ride with them in this one level. Oh, that wasn't Tyra, it was someone else. And I completely forgot where to take this stupid ring. It's over here and then down, right? Yeah, there it is. How was that hard? Now I feel like I really do need a map in this level. But they don't have the maps in this game, they just have the sonar thing. Ah, crabs, hate you. Out of my way. Maybe Tara's better at getting through these, I don't know. The manual kind of makes out that they have different skills and attributes, but I don't know what good the other two would do. Maybe they're faster or something? It's hard to tell, because Tara's still pretty fast. When you get going. Whee! Okay. Ooh, what was that? I guess this went through it. Did I get turned around again? What's going on? Is it up here? Oh no, no, I'm too far over. Does this take me to the rings? I guess so. Yeah, okay. Alright, here we are. So let's go back to that one we just saw. At least it doesn't make that annoying sound effect whenever you hit a wall in this game. Tink, 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 tink. Alright, where's the next one? The other Echo games would expect you to just explore and memorize the level layout. But the sonar thing, I really like that as a feature. For kids. No. No? This way? This way? This way? This way? This way. Out of the way, dumb crab. Oh, I can push it. This way. Here we go. Alright, now let's see if we can find that ring section. Yes, okay, I know where I am. This way. And down here. Cool. Yeah. Good fun. I also read that all three Echo games were released on the Wii Virtual Console. But not the Wii U, obviously, because the Wii's Virtual Console was kinda crap. Didn't have nearly the range that the Wii did. Of course, it's all available on Wii mode, I guess, but the Wii shop is a pain and a half to try and get through to buy anything. So if you want to play these games these days, get the Sega Mega Drive collection for PSP. Or, you know, just emulate it. This one doesn't need save states at all, but you absolutely do for the other ones. That collection and the 3DS, you know, M2, whatever they're called, AM2? The Sega 3D Classics thingy. Not 3D Classics. Ugh, stupid terminology. The Sega 3D, like, games have a save state, a single save state, but, you know, it's just a lot faster to use save states when you're playing on a computer. Alright, so, and yeah, homebrew, yeah. So that's the end. We did all the hard mode levels, so I think we've seen everything this game has to offer. One of these is Big Blue. I'm guessing it's the bottom one, because that's the one that moves up. And its eye looks a bit different. Oh no, it's just a different, it's got a cycle. That one's eye is stationary, but this one is like cycling in an animation. Anyway, that's it. We found Big Blue. Yay! Woo! Hooray! Let's do another screenshot. Mirror the surface. Echo. Come over here. Turn. Oop! No time. Didn't get it. That's okay. Whew. Stretch. Sorry for the vocalizations. Well, I guess I don't have to review this game now. I've sort of worked out a rule for myself where if I complete a game on a stream, then I don't have to review it because I've basically sort of produced a complete playthrough and given my thoughts on the game as I've done it. So, but if I play some of a game and then finish it later, then I do a review. Or if I just play a game on my own time, I do a review. Anyway, you don't even need to know this, or you probably don't even care, but that's something I thought about, you know, a while back. Yeah. What else to say about Echo Junior? It's for kids. It's fun. You should probably play it first, actually, now that I think of it. To introduce you to the way that Echo controls, and it is a prequel, so I guess that works. And then the difficulty will just ramp up as we play the other games. I haven't even talked about the Dreamcast PS2 like 3D game Defender of the Future because I know nothing about it, and I don't think fans of the first games like it very much. And besides, I have no way of playing it anyway. So, yeah, best just to forget about it. It's a reboot anyway. It doesn't continue anything from the other Echo games, and also doesn't have any of the same staff involved working on it. Unlike these first three, which have continuous staff. Even the Game Gear Master System ones, I think, have the same staff. I should have double-checked that. But yeah, Echo is pretty cool. If you are going to play, so there's like 2 versions of the first 2 games, the Mega Drive one and the Game Gear one, essentially. But in both cases, the like Mega CD, Sega CD version is an upgraded, you know, port of the Mega Drive one, and the Master System version is an upgraded port of the Game Gear one, so play those ones. Yeah, good stuff. As for Echo Junior, there's only one version, and it was this one, and we've seen everything it has to offer. I'm just delaying because, I don't know, this game was nice. It was relaxing. It was kind of, you know, just chill, nice thing to play. Yeah. Yeah, Defender of the Future was Dreamcast and PS2, I think I mentioned that. Echo 1 was ported to the PC as well, and that's supposedly the best version because it's got upgraded graphics, it's got like extra bits and bobs. Nothing too mind-blowing though. The problem is playing it on modern computers, and I think there's a fan-made patch to get it to run better on modern computers. Another thing they added to that PC version, because it came out later, is they added the FMV sequences that they made for the CD version of Echo 2, and they retell the story of Echo 1. So it's kind of weird to have them in Echo 1, because you play through a bit and then you see a video of like you doing that same thing again in CG form. And they look okay, but yeah, I don't know, with compatibility and stuff, it seems like it's a lot easier to just play the Mega CD version, and that way you get the extra levels, you get most importantly, I think you get a like checkpoint system that didn't exist in the original game. Unfortunately, they didn't carry through much of a checkpointing system to Echo 2. They did add like special glyphs as checkpoint markers, but they don't really use them a whole lot. They're only in 2 levels. So it's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know. The system they added to Echo 1 CD is that whenever you break or whenever you remove a barrier glyph, it saves there. So if you die, you go back to that point if you choose. And yeah, I wish I'd talked a bit more about the Master System versions because they're pretty interesting. They're like, they don't have as much going on, and they're much less smooth to play and control. But yeah, they make up for it in other ways. They're very colourful. They have a lot of block pushing puzzles, funnily enough. It's like they couldn't do some of the mechanics that and the challenges that Echo on Mega Drive had, so instead they have you like pushing blocks around a little area in sequence. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I've run out of things to say, so let's call it an end there. Thanks for showing up, those of you who did. It was fun. It was good having you along for the ride. And it was an easy ride, like a ride on a tricycle down a country lane. So we'll see you next week.